Well, hi, I'm Joanna with Blissful Baby, and I'm here with Christina and Robbie, and we are talking about baby Burke, who we just finished our sleep coaching. He was 13 months at time of sleep coaching. So we're going to do a little interview style on kind of the journey, the family sleep transformation journey. So what did life look like for you guys prior to calling me? What were you doing, and what did it look like with the sleep struggles?
So we were both very sleep deprived. We were grumpy with each other, not enjoying our quality time with each other and our baby as we should. And we were doing whatever we really could to get Burke to sleep. If that was feeding to sleep, breastfeeding, bottle feeding, co-sleeping, we just were trying everything so that someone could get some sleep.
And going to sleep knowing that you were going to get woken up at some point in the night and just dreading when that's going to happen.
Right. So lots of dread and lots of tag teaming. I recall, like who's doing what, when, where, and what, and Robbie is a pilot. And so sleep is paramount for him. And so he wanted to be a participatory dad, but there was also this delicate balance of when he was going to be needing to do big long haul flights. Like Christina had to kind of like be like, I want to tag team, but I can't tonight, because I've got to get on this long haul flight, right? Because he does international piloting. Yes.
In the airline industry, we talk a lot about fatigue, and we were fatigued.
Yes, absolutely.
All night.
Yes. And if I recall, you guys had done some sleep training on your own. Like you had kind of hit the bottom, and then you're like, okay, we're going to do it. And so tell me about that, how doing it on your own was.
The problem with that was like, we just kind of followed like an online plan that we purchased. And, when things shifted or when things changed or when things didn't quite work like we thought they would, we didn't really know what to do. We needed more guidance than that was providing us.
Right.
So that's why we weren't really successful.
Right.
That.
It was kind of like at a certain point, I call it being beyond the book. It's kind of like you read the book and you're like, oh, that sounds super logical. Okay, I can do that. I'm capable. And then you go do it and you get this other result and you're like, now what? Like, where am I going to go? Like, what's going on? Right. So you get confused and you're also not moving towards your goal because it's not happening the way it's supposed to. Exactly. So then what made you decide to reach out for help?
So at the point where we realized like we were at our wits' end, like we weren't making any sort of progress moving forward with good sleep for ourselves or for our son, that's just not a healthy way to be. And, having tried an online sort of class and instructions and realizing that just wasn't successful, we really realized we needed more hand holding. We needed some coaching that could really personalize the approach and really make it work and have us, be accountable and follow through with everything.
Yes, absolutely. And then, so then once you started, so then you kind of sought me out and we had a conversation and we talked about what your goals were. And then we got to work with the actual sleep coaching process where we worked it step by step, day by day to really just customize it to, again, the schedule where dad will be gone because he's got long haul flights and things like that. What was it like to have that personalized support? What did you enjoy about that?
So I was very impressed with our initial consult because actually that was right before we went on a vacation to Hawaii. And you were very honest with us. You said, okay, well, now's not the time to start your sleep training. You need to get through this vacation in Hawaii. So I appreciated that honesty. So the timing was very strategic as to when we were to begin our sleep training. And lots of questions and details up front, just from the emotional and mental health care aspect of our family dynamic. And then just logistically with both of our jobs and where Burke was with his age and milestones. So I really appreciated the very well thought out, personalized approach so that we could have the best outcome for our baby. And and I appreciated the questions and just sort of like shared decision making and making sure that we were comfortable with what we would be doing every night.
Every single
daily,
night.
daily group discussion of what we did, what went well, what didn't go well, what our next plan is for the next night.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. And dad, and Robbie was the coach and mom was a nursing mom, Christina was a nursing mom, right? So we had to constantly be evaluating the nursing plan and goals with this sleep plan that dad was, initiating, and making sure that Christina was super comfortable with everything that Robbie was doing, so that Robbie felt comfortable and confident when he was in the room, and that Christina allowed him maintain the agreements that we made around the plan, right? So there was this constant collaboration so that everybody felt clear each night. So there was none of that confusion and doubt of what's 2 a.m. Well, what should we do? I don't know. What should we do? None of that was,
about what to do.
Knew exactly what to do. Had our assigned roles.
Right. And you said to me earlier that, again, my process is gentle sleep coaching, which is I do everything to minimize tears and frustration. And I think we absolutely achieved that. But you had said something to me earlier, which was the one of the concerns when you were thinking about sleep training was, I don't want to traumatize my child. So can you speak to that? Do you
Yeah,
that's a misnomer, right? That is a lie. This is
agreed.
Sleep training and sleep coaching is not traumatizing if it's done the right way.
Mm-hmm.
To meet the needs and the temperament and the age and state of the child, and to meet the needs of the parents and what their goals and aspirations and bandwidth is.
Yeah.
If you could talk to that part, I think that's
from the first day of sleep training, everyone was in a better mood. Everyone had a little more sleep, a little better night. So no one was traumatized from the sleep training, from the sleep coaching. It just was positive, sloping right up to sleep trained.
Yeah. So now you guys, nights and naps are perfection. So tell us what nights and naps look like now.
So wonderful. I mean, Burke now, he knows his routine. If it's bath time, he's running to the bath. He knows what comes next. We have a beautiful routine. And what's great too is that I can do it. Robbie can do it. Our nanny can do it. Auntie can do it. He knows what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
We do the bath, book. He has a bottle or milk before bed. Mm-hmm. And and his precious little voice, he goes through the room and says goodnight to the things in his room, and he gets in his crib with his lovey and he goes to sleep all by himself. Yep. We're so proud of him.
And mom and dad can have dinner and even watch a TV show or movie.
Yeah.
Because we have enough time at night before we go to bed.
Yeah, because he's asleep somewhere between 6:30 and 7, and he's sleeping 10.5 to 11 hours.
He is.
And he's taking a reliable 2-hour nap, one nap per day.
He is.
Because we made the transition to one nap, which was awesome and really great for their family schedule. And he does a 2-hour nap per day.
He does. Yeah. He's doing fantastic. I'm so proud of him, and it's just so relieving, and it's a bedtime is a much happier time now for Burke and for mom and dad.
Awesome. So because your child is sleeping through the night, and because we've solved the sleep struggles, how does life look different for you now? What have you been able to achieve because your child's sleeping and because you guys are well rested?
So now we're able to enjoy a nice quiet evening. We make dinner, we sit down together, and I was actually able to start a new job, which I definitely don't think I could have seen myself being able to interview and start a new position and go through training without having our child sleeping well and through the night.
Yeah, and it was a big job, like it was like a really awesome job. And it's like, yeah, I want this job,
Yeah,
and now I have the bandwidth and the stamina to do this awesome job. Yeah.
exactly.
Okay. And then so kind of big bonus question here is, if you met parents that were sleep deprived and overwhelmed and they were afraid to do sleep training, what would you want to tell them about doing gentle sleep coaching and working with a coach?
I mean, honestly, I think going through the emotions where you're sleep deprived and you, your family, your child are not getting adequate sleep
Right.
is really more traumatizing and stressful
And unnecessary.
and unnecessary than the process of sleep coaching. Sleep coaching is well thought out. It's a personalized approach for you and your family. And it's everything that, very clear expectations that, and making sure that you're happy and comfortable with the plan so that you can get your life back and enjoy quality time with your baby and your family.
How about you, Dad? What do you think?
Yep. If you want to, lose weight or gain more muscle, what do? You go find a coach.
Mhm.
So it's the same for this. Go find a coach, and make your life so much easier.
I agree, obviously. But I agree because I'm a coach. I need coaches, right? Because I know that coaching is the path to success. First of all, you learn a ton of things. Second of all, you get faster results. Third of all, you collaborate with someone and you have a good time. Like we had a good time, right? We laughed a lot. We got to know each other. So it's a beautiful process because you learn a lot about your baby. You learn a lot about yourself in the parenting journey. And it is a positive experience. And then you get all these results, like you get your life back.
Yeah, wonderful.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for trusting me with baby Burke and the process.
Thank you,
And I'm always here to support you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.